we will play against Andrea Lucania. Is playing the main
The main Sue,
Su.
which actually is probably a good deck against Belcher because he's running like probably counter spells like Stubborn Denial, something like this. But we'll see. Belcher deck can be blessing the fast. Fun fact: if I recall correctly, I think it was there. The first Pro Tour Belcher was legal at. It got second place, so it was very good since the beginning. It's not a card took years to break. It was like released and in Pro Tour New Orleans, I think 2002 or so, got in hands of.
Magic history.
Yeah, I think it
Magic
was hands
history
of.
class right now by Javier
I think
Dominguez.
it was Gabriel Nassif, the Hall of Famer, who lost the finals to Ostermer playing Mana Severance Vulture Tinker. So
Wow.
that was the first tournament which it was
Okay,
legal.
this is a card
So it's been
with a lot of
decent.
history in Magic.
2003. I mean, Nassif is here in the chat, so I think that's
Wow.
yeah. I think maybe he can actually
Shout out the
confirm
yellow
that.
hat in the chat.
I'm pretty sure that's the case. I think Belcher was good since the very moment it was printed. So I'm sure. I'm sure also Wizards did not expect this card to be good.
Oh,
2003. Yeah.
yeah, was K Illusion Donate in
All right.
22?
All
Okay.
right. So
well,
Amulet of Vigor. It's a card you're gonna see here and there this format. So it's a Belcher with Amulet of Vigor. That's not something I have seen before, I think, or not too often, definitely. Like usually Belcher are more like red based with ritual cards, like like treasures and such. This is like a whole different. Maybe it's a hybrid between Amulet and Belcher. No, let's keep
well,
looking.
yes, you can't blink because this is so fast. The Belcher is playing this amulet very, very different. And
Okay, so
the other side, okay, the Domain Zoo playing these small, big small creatures.
Well, that's a
Ragvan,
Tweedle. Okay, so that's a Tweedle in Michael's hand. Well, spoiler, if he plays Tweedle and he plays Amulet, he plays
Spoiler alert,
Lotus Field.
spoiler
Yeah,
alert.
spoiler alert, this deck has Lotus Field. Clearly, right? So we're here seeing a deck that's probably aiming to get Lotus Field and then Tweedle, the Lotus Field, so get mana. Also, Amulet makes Lotus Field come into play in tap. And that's how he can get the mana for the Belcher, which is different to the usual, like, Rite of Ironcrag, like that ritual style of cards. This is like a whole different build. Let's see.
Okay.
3 mana.
3 mana. Okay, mana. The mana is
Tweedle.
flowing.
No. That's the growth the pathway, like the one that actually just looks at the whole deck. So the card is 3 mana, and you get to see you get to read cards until you get the land. But surprise, Belcher doesn't play any lands, right? Or it plays one of the Lotus Fields, and that's it. I assume. Maybe he
Yes.
plays. I mean, I will expect him to play one Lotus Field exactly. Now I'm remembering, I actually saw some decks similar to these played by Madness, one of the combo, one of the best combo minds in the game to ever play. And I think he built.
Wow.
I remember watching him playing a deck like this for a weekend, and I remembered. I don't think he played Belcher, but maybe he did. But definitely, like, just play this card. You wait until Lotus Field. So now, in this position, Michael should be able to actually win the game. Like
Wow.
straight
Okay.
in the next turn.
Michael, will we win the next turn?
I think so, because you played the Lotus Field and he has Tweedle in his hand, so as long as he has one business spell, that's enough. And I see a Wish in his hand.
Wait. What is this card
So-
on the top of the Domain Zoo?
It's the Sign of Draco, Sign of Summon Creature. It's like, it costs 2 less for every basic tab you have. And it wins the Clash, because I think this card does Clash, so whoever gets the, the biggest cost,
What is happening? Oh my god.
yeah,
This is so new for us.
this is the Clash, but it doesn't impact the game that much on that regard. What impact the game here is like this is like Lotus Field just wins the game next turn. So this is a very high clock, very strong clock.
Tweedle.
This is turn 3, right? So he already made the land drop. Otherwise, this will be lethal, but it's very hard in Modern to actually get mana ahead of turn. Like it's very, very, very hard. Let's see. He's writing down, I assume, some math, but yep.
Selon this on bottom.
Yep, so Lotus Field goes to battlefield oh, it's still to battlefield. So actually
Yes,
it might be
yes.
lethal now. Because it comes into battlefield tabbed, and then you untap it with Amulet. So now he has 3 mana plus 2 Tweedles. Tweedles is basically Dark Ritual, right? So he can go to 3, play Tweedle, get 3 more, play Twiddle again. That's 7, right? 3, 5, 7. And has to wish for 4 mana. Oh, 9 mana. So he can have 9 mana total, any colors, and play a wish. So what do you think is the best card you can get with 6 mana left on the pool?
Left in the pool,
Yeah,
6 mana
6 mana. Is there any card you can win with?
with win condition.
Yeah.
Are you trying to say me something?
I'm just saying that's the situation here. We're gonna see him playing a lot of mana here. We see Twiddle, 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 and probably yeah, he played the land already, but he's gonna be like able to wish into, I assume, a kill card with 6 mana. Mm, it's I don't know what you're gonna play. He's gonna get. Okay, well, you can get the breach, right? So you get the breach. Yeah, he gets the breach.
Okay, the
Underworld
breach.
breach, and then the breach lets you cast the wish again, right?
Underworld breach.
Well, wish is
This is
such a very good condition. Yeah.
yes.
So you get the breach, right? All right. So and then the wish is in the graveyard. So with the breach, you can recast the wish again. So you can just do it as many times as you want. Like you can just get like any card that actually like. I think. I mean, if it was like vintage, you will get brain freeze, but he can just go. Want to see the kill now, but it's just very cool
you
because
say you say vintage,
yeah,
but we are in modern. This is a powerful cards.
I know, but here he can get like a self-milling card, like Tom Score, for example.
For
And then
example.
he can use Tom Score himself and do the same thing you do in Cube, for example. Like if you do in Cube, Brain Freeze and Underworld Breach, you win the game, right? So this is something similar. Let's see how this proceeds, how he proceeds here. All right, all right.
I'm so hype about all the all the
So
cards
he got the
that
Tom
are
Scour.
playing by Michael.
Tom Scour. This is turn 3, right?
That's
This
card.
this is turn 3. Yeah, so Tom Scour himself, so he mills 5 cards. So that means he can actually do it again and again and again and again. And once he has decked himself for the whole deck, the last wish gets Thatha's Oracle and wins the game.
Whoa.
This was a turn 3 kill right here. With a hand that didn't look very, just look very
Watch a
normal or whatever.
What's a powerful combo? But
Boom. You know?
what is the Belcher?
Well, there's
He won. He won without Belcher. The card of the the card that names deck.
I think this deck doesn't need Belcher to kill. Actually, the Recross the Path just wins the game. But the thing is,
Okay.
the Cross the Path is a card that lets you play a game with only one land in your deck, right? So once you're playing only one land, might as well play Belcher. You know,
Okay.
it's like play 3 mana, win the game.
Meh.
I mean, if you get unlucky and the Lotus Field is on the top 20 cards,
You feel lucky.
Maybe not, but I think this is a deck that's gonna win quite some games with Belcher, especially against counterspells, right? Like if your opponent doesn't have counterspells, you can do this. You can just combo. But if they have counter on you can use Belcher.
Okay.
Another counter. You know?
Yes. Okay. I think this deck can suffer against the interaction decks, no, like counter removal, for example,
Discard spells.
against more decks like lineal decks could be worse better.
Yeah, I also wonder how good the deck is against the Blood Moon effect. Maybe it's fine.
Blood Moon.
Belcher is definitely good against Blood Moon effects because you cannot combo with Lotus, but you just play land, and play Belcher for lands.
It's like 2 combos in one deck.
I
or,
think so.
Or 3, because look at
Underworld Breach. I think Amulet and Breach and of course the Path is the same combo. Like that's
Yes.
the Lotus Amulet combo.
Okay, we have one engine here,
One combo,
no? With
and-
these 3
yeah.
cards.
And then you have the Lotus combo. Sorry, the Belcher
The
combo.
Belcher combo.
Which is like a whole different combo. It feels like Belcher is just it's just simplest way to win. Like if you're having 7 cards in hand, it's good to combo with the Lotus Field and blah 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 Twiddle. But sometimes they play Thoughtseize, Grief, counterspells. You have 2 cards in hand. I think that's where Belcher comes clutch, and we might see this after Sideboard because I assume Belcher is better post Sideboard when your
Yes.
opponents have like
Okay.
Cluster Storms and all these cards are very ugly when you're playing combo. You don't want to see those cards.
Very crucial. Prepare in the sideboard, protecting your the special combo cards.
Yeah, I mean, I think
Michael needs to protect the cards. Well, Andrea, Lucania needs to be fast.
It's just like he needs
It's
to
so
be
fast.
fast. Yeah, but he also needs
That
to
deck
have answers.
can kill so fast the main suit.
Yeah, definitely like it's aggressor, right? Like it has to
Yes.
close the game fast. But the thing is, you cannot be fast enough to actually kill someone in turn three in modern, right? Like in aggro, you need to draw like, yeah, flash of storm, reprieve, all this, counter spells. Stubborn denial is the usual suspect of being far off, and that's probably gonna happen here. But you need to draw this one. Like if you don't draw a counter spell, I don't think this is gonna be good.
Well, let's go with these hands.
I saw a needle and a rest in
Yes,
peace on the hands of Andrea.
needle in the hand of Andrea. Yes, I
You know,
can see it.
yeah, you know what it is
Look
though.
at
Like,
this trend.
you remember the Merfolk thing we talked about before, where if you have a lot of hate cards, then maybe you don't have pressure. I think this is the same issue. Like if
Yes.
Andrea puts all the cards that are good, he's gonna have some hands like has one creature, and sure, a lot of like rest in peace or whatever. But one
But
creature is
it's
not
so
enough.
difficult. Where is the limit that you can sideboard out creatures and sideboard in reactive spells? Where is the line?
I wish I knew.
Uh,
If you know someone that knows the answer, just please, give them my number because I think it's gonna be useful, in the future.
it's the secret of the magic, of the
It is.
sideboarding magic.
Yeah, I wish there was a secret, but there's not. All right, Ragavan is probably among the best to start with here. It's the best one drop in modern, right?
Yes,
So
it's a sweet turn one for this domain two.
you're playing modern, you're sitting there, you're on the draw. They go land Ragavan and.
Ah.
All right.
Yes.
Let's see how this game's.
Wow. All
Mm,
all the lands. Michael showed unsleep all the lands always in each game.
Yeah, every single one of them. Yeah. Okay.
Ooh.
So that's.
Recross the path from the top, exiled by this Ragavan.
Well, actually, having both Rest in Peace and Needle is good because it makes it so Belcher you can Needle, and Rest in Peace you can cancel the Wish Breach kill. So it's hard to get through from the Belcher side. I assume also it's very hard for this deck to kill in turn 2. I guess you can kill with Natural Lotus, right? Now just play a Lotus, Twiddle, Twiddle, Twiddle. Well, it doesn't seem very likely. Yeah, I will say this is a turn 3 kill deck. Well, the hand is a lot of lands, Ceylon's crying. A Twiddle also. He's thinking carefully. Thinking carefully, but
Yes, choose wisely.
yeah, I
Okay.
will assume a Lotus will probably often be a turn 3 kill. He choose non-land, so it's a cantrip, right? This card just choose. Oh, because if you choose land, you can get the Lotus.
Ah,
That's a
smart.
That's a smart.
That's so smart.
That's a smart. You have only one land, so you choose land, you just get the Lotus. Yeah. All right. So I just doesn't mean he has Lotus in hand or he needed the land. I'm not sure. He has Lotus in hand.
And
He has the Lotus because
sleep and unsleep. Eh?
he has the Lotus in his hand. That's why he didn't search for the Lotus. So now, if you are Andrea, you know the Lotus is in his hand. So you know this turn you need to do your thing, otherwise you will
Need to
die.
do things, Andrea.
You need to do your things. But Andrea has Rest in Peace and Needle. That's
To hate
that.
cards.
That's 2 pieces of interaction. That's pretty good. I don't think it's easy for Michael to actually get through that, especially because the pressure is also there. I mean, it's 6 damage. It's 2 turns. Another Kabu for Andrea, who chooses to present lethal next turn.
Pity needle.
Yeah. So PT Needle here, gonna name Belcher presumably, and so Andrea here had the decision because he could either play Rest in Peace,
Another land spell.
prevent some kills, or he could play the Kabu. So Andrea's being like, okay, I think my win percentage is higher if I just present lethal, kind of lethal, than if I just play slow and play the Rest in Peace. That's one of these questions in Magic that there's no right or wrong. I think you are going to win sometimes because you make one play, and you're going to lose because you make the other play. But here, Andrea just decided to be like, okay, I'm just applying pressure. If you don't kill me this turn, you're pretty much dead. That's it. I don't want to spend a turn casting my Rest in Peace. Assuming that's I think it has a Rest in Peace in hand. I think that's the last card. You saw it, right?
Yeah.
I'm not 100% sure, but I think it is. But that's it.
Bithier.
He has
This
also the.
Cycle of Bithier or he cast the Bithier?
He cycled
He
to,
cycled,
to-
okay.
Yeah, I think he has a Stubborn Denial though. Also, so I think it's gonna be hard for Michael to kill through Stubborn Denial, but he can actually do it. Like I'm pretty sure there's combinations of cards that kill through Denial. Like, it's not easy, but Particularly, he plays
think.
like Pact
Hmm?
of Negation type of card also. We'll see.
Well, Pact of the Negation is the backup plan, is the protection
Well, that's a
of the
pass a
K cards of the
turn.
combo.
He passed a
Whoa!
turn.
He passed a turn, and this is
Wow.
a lot of damage against with these two Cabus and this Ragavan.
You might think so, but Tweedle has secret mode. Tweedle is tap or untap a permanent. So you can untap your Lotus Field as a combo card, but you can also tap someone else. And you can see the Dream Sweep having Entwine is like a Tweedle with Entwine. So it's gonna be like tap one creature and tap my
Tap,
Lotus Field.
tap.
It's a secret mode, you know? The
Wow.
split card of the Tweedle cards.
So narrow.
So, but now Andrea has Stubborn Denial this turn and also the Rest in Peace. So I think the door's gonna close for
Attack.
Michael, but
Okay,
yeah.
Michael, you are in 12, and this
Michael has
is
this, a bunch of Tweedles and nothing. A bunch of Tweedles and a Charbelcher, which is being needled. Um,
10
then again, I don't think he has any outs.
and 6.
And if he has outs, they certainly do not beat the Stubborn Denial. So this is probably getting doors closing for him. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. Ciao, ciao, guys.
Yeah.
This graveyard is exile.
It isn't clear how good it is, but it's definitely relevant for some of the kills, and it should be like this should be mostly game over at this stage. Yeah,
This
that's
is
a Balaguet
Balaguet.
recovery, which doesn't do much against Rest in Peace.
Yes.
You know,
Yep.
regrowth effects are not very good if you do not have a graveyard.
If you have nothing to regrow, well, game for this domain Su.
Yeah, Michael pucks it up. It's
The
going game
hate
three.
cards game win this game, right? The Pit and Needle, the Rest in Peace. Nothing to do for Michael with
Ragavan
this
also
Ragavan. Yeah.
It's pressure plus disruption.
Yes.
That even in the
Impossible
play,
to break that.
that is how you beat combo decks, right? Like combo decks do not want to see this. You don't want to see like Ragavan into another pressure into like disruption. It's just like that's how you lose the most. So we'll see now. Game 3 on the play, Michael should be a little bit better, but honestly, I don't think Michael's gonna be able to beat the hand as good as this one. Let's see how
Yeah.
this
That
board.
was a good hand. Maybe
Yeah.
some change with the Don't You Draw on the play for Domain Su or Belcher deck. And
So he's making some changes. I assume
some
if you're on the draw, largest creatures are worse. Like imagine you had a lot of 2 drops. Maybe on the draw you cannot play that many. Because if you don't have Ragavan, well, are you gonna play turn 2 Kabu if you're on the draw against his deck? Not always.
nah.
If you have Kabu and a counterspell, maybe it's like sometimes you don't know what to do. So I will expect the Su deck to be a little bit lower on the curve compared to game 2. Well, I'm talking about like a small, like let's say he cut a Nakatal or something, maybe he put it back in the draw for a 2-drop, something very small, but that's something we could be seeing in this kind of matchups. Who knows?
Who knows?
The cards are face down, so it's just speculating, but I will expect this to be the case in this situation.
Well, let's go to draw these good hands for both players.
Yep.
We want to see the Verger. I want to see the Verger doing the Verger things.
Shining, you're gonna flip it,
Yeah,
Belcher flipping
yeah,
cards
I want. Yeah,
with a land in
yeah.
the deck, so we don't know if
The
it's killing
land.
the land in the
The
deck. So
land
if
in
the
the
land
deck.
hits, you win. I mean, you lose actually in this case of Belcher. Just so you want the land to be in the bottom. I mean, I'm sure this happens sometimes. Like sometimes you get the lands and Belchers and just go like for it. All right, I would expect the Belcher deck to mulligan quite a bit. I assume the Su deck will not mulligan too much, but I think he cannot keep hands that are like 3 lands, 3 creatures, 1 bolt or whatever. I think this hand is not good enough to match up. I think you need at least 1 piece of interaction. Easy mulligan.
Mulligan for Michael. Fast Mulligan.
Fast mulligan.
How aggressive Mulligan can be this deck? So aggressive, I guess.
I don't think you want to mulligan the hands that don't do the combo. But if any hand does the combo, I don't think you have the luxury to mulligan too much because the Su deck is certainly gonna present some kind of counterspell.
Mhm.
So you're often gonna be forced to play something, they counter it, and then you have to play another threat, like another Belcher or another Wish. So I think I think mulliganing is not a very good idea if you have a functional hand, but also the deck has a lot of non-functional hands because it's a combo deck. Sometimes you're gonna draw 3 Belchers, like decks like hands like this.
Whoa, this is a Belcher. This is a Belcher.
There's a Belcher, there's
Yeah.
some lands.
Belcher in hand.
I see Seagate Restoration. I Don't think I see too many. No, yeah, I think there
Oh
was
my
only one lander. I
god.
think it was only one lander.
Mulligan to 5.
Only on to five against Sue, which is I mean, it cannot be a good matchup, right? Can it? Like it has to be a medium to bad matchup. Mulligan to five, bad matchup. We'll see. Definitely not the best position for Michael, but combo decks are the best ones to be like this. You mulligan to five, but you know, like if I get my combo, now he draws the opener with natural Lotus Field, play the Lotus Field, and then yeah, that's a
Okay,
classic.
so the combo decks only need draw well.
Yep. Well, that's land. Yeah, that's definitely a keeper. Doesn't have nothing else but lands and mana generators, but that's
And so
as good as
sad, no
yeah.
Belcher. No Belcher in his hand.
But it's as good as you can get, right? Like you have a very solid mana hand. I think he had Sylvan Scrying also, so I'm gonna see the Lotus Field coming into battlefield. And after that, well, we don't know the Su hand, but I
The
think
subhand.
we don't know it very well.
Land, this is a fetch land. And I can see.
I think I saw Travel Flames, which can shorten the clock a little bit, but all right,
Okay,
let's start the hostilities.
let's
With three
go
life.
to unsleeve the card.
Yeah,
Every game and sleeve all the cards.
yeah, that's probably getting the Lotus Field, I would assume. Yeah, it's going for the. It's basically a tutor for Lotus Field. So it's either one, you one mana get Lotus Field, which is pretty good, or two, you draw a card, which is not bad.
Not bad.
Not bad. It's not bad for a one mana cantrip.
Okay, this abundant harvest.
Probably the a very basic, like a very no, not basic, but like important card, like a pilot of a card, the deck. You cannot play this deck without this card.
It's good.
Yeah,
It's a very good turn one for this deck.
might be the very best actually. That's a green card. I don't even see what it is, but not a Belcher for sure. Thing is, Michael
This
just
is a
wants to
land.
play. Yeah, he doesn't to play
Silundis,
lands and
like a land.
Opa. Well, he's leaving it so hard,
Yeah.
it just went away.
Hard sliver.
The Seagate Restoration got to fly a little bit. All right, so turn one was not a
Yeah, fetch land, flooded
a
strand.
creature. Yeah. I'm pretty sure Michael was very relieved to not see
Ooh,
pressure
no
here. Like
cabo, no cabo.
no cabo. I mean, maybe there's a cabo, but like, how did you actually? If you play cabo here, you know you can die, and that's.
You can't tap this mana.
I mean, you can. You lose to Amulet Lotus combo. That's not very likely, but it's also
It's not comfortable.
I mean, at some point you have to tap out and do something. Like because the more turns you give to Lotus, maybe it's worse for you. So now when I see
Okay, floating mana.
Floating mana.
The combo deck is floating mana.
it's always dangerous.
Let's go.
You're there,
Let's go.
they go like get the dices, and you're like, oh,
Alert!
danger.
Alert! Danger!
yeah. So Lotus Field trigger. Let's sleep again. So many sleeping and sleeping. I hope Michael likes his sleeps. And now I'm still gonna see some tool action probably. Yeah, this year.
Easier.
Like it's Pioneer. Boom. Drop.
Tap the lotus.
Belcherino. Ooh.
Whoa!
That is a good
Belcher is in the
draw.
house.
Belcher. So that's Silundi, Belcher, Grip. This is getting interesting. Like,
Yes.
I mean, if you're Michael, your opponent kept 7 and went
Mhm.
land go, land go. So you know the coast is not clear. Like there are defenses there. So I don't think you can just be like Belcher
Whoa!
right away.
Pass.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I think he goes fast because he has the Silundi vision, who can take 6 cards. You know, probably looking for Pact of Negation, I guess. It's also like it's good for him to actually wait here. I mean, he has no pressure. If he can win the game at 2 life, that's fine for him, you know. And we're gonna see what Andrea does. But
Well, fetching the land.
another time, I guess.
Okay. Who will tap out first?
No, he's doing something now because he's what? Or maybe he's playing Orchismo Masters. I guess because
At the end of the turn?
he paid 2 life, so that means he has some kind of pressure. Orchismo Masters now actually tells us something about the hand of Andrea because yeah. So Andrea played Orchismo Masters. So what this tells Michael is that Andrea actually for sure has a counterspell because otherwise he will have used the Orc in response to the Cyclone of the Vizier, right? So Michael can now be not 100% but almost confident that Andrea indeed holds a counterspell. So now he has to really needs to dig for a Pact of Negation or something like this. That said, though, the kind of spells he will expect from Andrea are like Flash Storm and Stubborn Denial. So as long as a Cabo doesn't enter the battlefield, he can be fine. Now a Cabo makes things,
Cabo in the main phase.
that makes things trickier. But one thing here is Andrea left the fetch land untapped. That's very important because you cannot tap the fetch land to actually sneak a spell. If it was a dual land, Michael could be like tap the land with a twiddle. So this way, like Andrea is protected from that. This is something that we usually see with Fire Eyes,
Oh, Fire
tapping the
Eyes.
land. So this is similar. And now we'll see.
Still on this vision.
I think,
Drawing cards.
yeah, if he gets a pocket of negations, he might be able to just win the game. Nope. So there's some decisions here to be made. So the hand is one land, I think, one Dream's Grip, and one Belcher. The other card, I think, is a green land, but I'm not sure. A second Dream's Grip. So
Dream's Grip,
three,
yes,
five,
right.
7.
Tap and untap spell.
That's a tap land.
Balaguer.
Balaguer tap land.
Well, Michael,
Well, Michael has to try to find a way to beat the Stubborn Denial, and that's not easy.
will you play the Belcher?
I don't think so.
Very risky,
I
very
think
risky
yeah.
with.
I think if you go all in on the Belcher now,
this
it's
land.
not very good for you. But you can just go and try to twiddle the lands, right? Like he's gonna untap here. It's gonna resolve apparently. So it has 5. It's 5.
3 more mana, 5 mana floating.
Mm,
Untap this Lotus Field again.
he's gonna go for it. I think he's gonna go for Belcher. Like boom.
Okay, bam.
I don't know what the green card
bam.
is in his hand though.
2 cards?
There's a one card in hand, one green card. I don't even know what it is. Like, I mean, obviously, if it's something like a Veil of Summer, it's great, but I don't see the card. I cannot identify it. He just goes for it. Like, he's like, okay, I'm going to lose this game from this position. I'm just
Well,
going to slam it
Andrea
and pray for the
say,
best.
okay, Fetchland and
Ah, the
play.
Stone Denial. And Michael says, okay. So there's one thing could have happened. Like, maybe Michael could have saved the second grip, but he loses a turn, so I'm not even sure it's correct. This is probably better, yeah. Because he loses one grip, but now he gets a Belcher back, so...
Well,
he
this
can-
Belcher is returned back to the hand.
Yeah, maybe there's... I mean, he's short of mana and short of cards, but obviously mulligan to 5 doesn't help. But now, Cabo and the team attack for 7. Being attacked for 7 is unfortunate when you're a 14. You might, but... I mean, Andrea has Trouble Flames in his hand, so there was never going to be 2 turns more for Michael. I don't think...
Andrea is thinking,
Yeah, I don't think there's too many things Michael can draw. Being a combo deck, there's always surely a way, but
he can't win this game here and need to deploy more creatures. Maybe.
well, that's a Ragavan with
Whoa,
dash.
Ragavan.
So that's
Dash.
7, 9. That's 15, right? So it's 7 plus 2, 9.
This is lethal?
This is lethal, right?
This is
because it has 5 types.
5, 2.
And he has the
Whoa.
Treble Flames. So Treasure from Ragavan, and he goes to 5. And Treble Flames deals 1 damage for each type. And well, 5 types is that's what the Su deck does, and the main Su
And-
deals 5 damage, and good game. It was his
Good
on the screen.
games.
Yep,
Well,
good game. I mean,
was wrong for the Domain Su, for Andrea. The Belcher deck for Michael can't win this game, but because I enjoy